Alright guys, welcome back. We are now at the finals for White Dragon Comics Texas Old School. Again, this was a smaller tournament as a test, so we are at the finals. You saw, I only have one camera, so we recorded the white and green game. You saw that take off against a counter burn, and it took out counter burn. So now it's my deck. I'm going to not say the true name because I don't want to get in trouble, but we're going to call it Bloody Butthole. And we're going to stick to that one at the moment. But basically, it's meant to be a real pain in the butt. So this is the Texas Old School. If you watched the previous video, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I left it up for a second here to show you. Here is the White Dragon Comics symbol from Tannersville, Pennsylvania. I would highly recommend checking that place out. He has all kinds of stuff, not just comics. Old school game consoles, like you name it, the guy either has it or you can get it. Magic cards up the wazoo. He's really cool, great dude. I would extremely highly recommend going down there and meeting all the fun people there. So it is a great atmosphere of people, a lot of fun, and we are at the finals. So let's get down to it. Alright, so I did bring up a deck photo. I ended up making a change here. The Serendip Dijin is not in main deck. I did not put it even in the sideboard. I did remove it. It fits very well in here, but I have not figured out a perfect niche for it. So I temporarily removed him. So basically the deck I'm playing, exactly what you see here, minus the Dijin. That makes it exactly 60 cards because I was one over. You might look at the basic blue lands and be like, why in God's earth is he playing more than 5? Because if you actually did the math, 5 will give you an average of 1 blue. Well, if I'm holding Mana Drain and Counterspell up to protect my Blood Moon or one of my enchantments that shut you down, 1 blue is not going to help me. I need double blue. So that's where this kind of comes into play. This is where it's at. I do have an ability to bring the other 2 counterspells in if I'm desperately needing them, but I'm finding that I don't need them at all. My deck is based a little different. So why do I call it the Bloody? Because it's Blood Moon's main, and if you pay attention, there's 3 Glooms and 3 Energy Fluxes and 3 Shatters. Amnesia for control decks. Again, there's no Mind Twist. So what's huge in here? Amnesia. What am I playing a lot of? Islands. So even if I have Blood Moon going on, I will Amnesia your entire hand out of your hand. So if I'm playing a control deck and I lock you temporarily, I will Amnesia your hand. If you don't know what Amnesia is, you reveal your hand, everything is gone except for lands. So everything that's useful in your hand is long gone. Regeneration's a problem for these. I'm making an adjustment where I'm actually removing probably the counter spells out of here, and I'm putting in 2 control magics. I like the Terror because there's times Terror is really cheap and you can't regenerate off of it. And it's from the Goblin Cup, gotta love that. But 2 Disintegrates are huge, they double. It doubles like a Fireball. I'm not a huge fan of Fireball in here. So in this deck, I'm huge on Disintegrates. So it does both. It can attack your opponent, or it could remove something from the game that's very important, like a Troll. So my new version, 2 counter spells are out, 2 control magics are in. And that's kind of where I'm playing. I might even take the Amnesia out and put a regular counter spell in, but Amnesia is huge. That's a game ender. But basically, what my idea is, if I'm playing something that has a moat, and Blood Moon is in effect, I'm probably getting rid of my 2 chains, and I'm getting rid of all 4 of my orcs. Why? Because they're ground creatures and they're red. COP will not affect this deck. It is too well balanced. So unless you have COP blue and red, it's really not going to help you. It might save you a little bit, but not enough to actually make a difference. So I would remove 4 orcs and 2 chains. Right there, that's 6. So if I needed to bring in 6 cards, I can very easily do that. I can bring in the other 6 enchantments. I could get rid of Blood Moon and say, hey, you are white and artifact based. Blood Moon's not going to bother you. So there's, well, 3 Shatters, 3 Energy Fluxes, 3 Glooms. So if you're following me here, I can basically swap back and forth between 6 to maximum 9 enchantments and really make your life an absolute nightmare. That's why it has the other name, which I'm not going to call out because I don't want to get in trouble. So this is the deck. Hopefully that was a quick glimpse. This base is designed to drop a flying man first turn, maybe an orc first turn, but it is meant to be very fast and hit very hard. So let's see how it goes here. Kind of see some of the hands here. Looks like we got a Sarah Angel. We got plenty of mana ramp. We got an Earn 'em in hand. Looks like I'm pretty well balanced on there. Looks like I have a bolt, a blast, a wheel. I can't tell if that's a mana drain, but we definitely have some lands to make up for what we need. And Rob decided to throw a Script Sprites in for the winner. So we have an unlimited Script Sprites there. I think unlimited cards are a lot of fun just to toss in for matches. It just makes it a lot more fun. So let's see exactly what happens here. I don't remember if I went first or he went first. Oh yeah, see, he's got a lot of... Brand's got a pretty good hand here. Looks like I'm first. I probably have a flying man. Yep, there's a flying man. Oh, Juggernaut. Yep, he already has 2. I'm going to swing for a 1. Oh, there's a good one, Lion. Alright, so we're going to toss out a Lion. Brandon's thought process here is, I don't want to trade a lion for a flying man, so I'm going to get rid of your flying man. Now, after watching this, I do have a bolt here, but after watching this, I might have kept the plow. So there's a quick glimpse of my burn hand. What I'm trying to do right now is empty my burn so I can wheel. Alright, so he's on 4 right now. So out comes a Juggernaut. Again, this is why Juggernauts are there. If you look, he somehow isn't on green. So might need to swap 1 land out for Forest. But he really does not need a lot of green, especially with some Pump Knights. I did attack for 3, and I have to hit myself and do a blast because I cannot let that Juggernaut live. That's one of the threats about Juggernaut, is you will use a Sonic Blast. You will do whatever you can to get rid of that creature. Oh. Do not top deck a green, but you top deck another Juggernaut. So instead of dealing 8 damage to his face and 4 damage to me, I dealt 0 to his face and 4 damage to me. Because what am I going to do? I'm going to have to kill that Juggernaut again. So there's another 2 damage to me. Congratulations. I'm down an entire dice already. Looks like he might... Yeah, yeah, he needs another land. Anything would work. He could start dropping Sarah Angels down there. That's what you really need, Sarah Angel. Don't use it. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have done that. I know why he's trying to get me off a double blue. which is good. And he sees I'm not playing lands. But if he drew one land next turn, he would have had angels out. So let's see what he did. I drew a Mox there. So I'm going to wait. Yeah. Did not draw a land. But he did draw a White Knight. I have to counterspell the White Knight. Again, that's why he wanted me off of double blue, so I couldn't counter magic, but... Oh, we're going to have a little fun pause here. So, Rob's playing this awesome game. Riftbound, I believe the name of it is. It's really cool. I played a couple games with him after, but he's let me crack some packs here. So, this first one, I wasn't sure where the rare or whatever it was. I'm not familiar with it, but I was cracking a pack here. So, quick pause for a crack here. So we're going to kind of flip through these, a little bit of surprise here. If you haven't played this game, you'll see the League of Legends. It is really cool. It is a lot of fun. So here's a little bit of a surprise crack in the pack right in the middle of it. I'm kind of laughing as we're going through here. That was pretty cool. That shows you how chill our environment is. It's all about the gathering, which is what Magic was originally about. The gathering. And Pete lets us have the gathering as often as we want down at his store. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm showing you the current sideboard here. He was asking why, and I was walking him through why the name. Here's the temporary one. Looks like I threw some red blasts. Sideboard is still in progress, but I'm thinking control magics are probably better, but we'll find out. There's a flying man. I'm going to swing with the dib again. Do I have the burn? Nope, I have a wheel. Well, I have no cards left. So, bad news for Brandon. There go both angels, an Urnum, and a giant growth. And there's the green source next. So if you're following up, I did not know this in play, but that would have been the next draw, would have been a Urnum. If you didn't use a strip mine, it would have been a... And there's a giant growth. And yeah, it's a giant growth and a Berserk. So basically, if... Yeah. And another angel down there. But basically, if things were just played slightly different... that would have been very deadly. Now he's going to pump and hit for 6. But I'm still at 5 life. And I was just showing him, hey, you're a goner. So we're walking through the whole thing. Let's go on to game number 2. Alright, sorry about that, guys, but if you caught a quick glimpse, you could stop that if you wanted. I kind of wanted to run through it, because we did crack another pack, so if you wanted to pause it there and see what those cards were, you could. But there's a lion and a quick bolt. I know I took the 2 blood moons out, as you saw, but I did not know what I actually put in there, so... There's a white knight. can't quite see my entire hand here. And there's a pass. Swing for 2. Yep, I don't have an answer, it looks like. So there goes a whole dice. This is where you start getting into that mental part of the game. So now if you look, I have Sonic Blast in my hand. I just lost an entire dice from a White Knight. So what am I going to have to do? Either play something that blocks it. Nope. I got a plow. So I did gain some life out of that, but the White Knight is still out there and I don't have it answered yet. He could take a whole nother dice off my life total here, depending on what he does. Now look at that. There's a regrowth. He could regrowth the giant growth and play it again. I'm not sure if that's what he did or not. Yeah. Yep. Great play, Brandon. It's a fun little altered card there we did. Yeah, there's another 5 damage. So that's 10 damage already that White Knight has done. Now, thinking about it, I thought to myself, man, I should have just Sonic Blast that stupid Knight, but... Oh, did I tap wrong? Oh, I tapped wrong. God, I hope that doesn't make a difference. Wow, shame on me. Please tell me I didn't play error this thing. Oh my god, I play errored. Wow. Holy crap. I gotta take a look at that lane. I'm pretty sure I just screwed myself up by accident. Holy crap. Well, Brandon, buddy, I'm sorry. Looks like I play errored myself here. Alright, let's see if it makes a difference. So Brandon should be 3 higher. Six higher. Alright, well, this is what we're going to do next time, Brandon. Correct this problem. I'm going to give you that sprites. So I know you're going to watch this, so I'm going to give that to you. Just remind me next time I see you. Brandon was walking through his plan here. Brandon holds it by the corner. I like holding it by the middle. I think it's more of a more active flip here. There I am, kind of walking him through it a little bit. This is why orb flipping is very important. So, a little pound there because he's getting better at it, but now me, I almost feel like he should be attacking through with the White Knight because it's not like I can block. Yeah, I can't believe I play errored this. That's really bothering me. That's such a shame when I watch things back and I see player errors, but it's really bad when it's yourself. Now that wouldn't have killed him. So Brandon should have won that game. So I apologize, and I'll give you the card there. I won there. I'll give that to you next time, Brandon. I can't believe I play errored, and when watching this, I apologize. We all make mistakes. I probably thought that was a volcanic island or something. Oh, I put in glooms. That's what I did. I didn't find them, but I put the glooms in. Yep. I put the 3 glooms in instead of the blood moons. Yep, there's the 3 blood moons. Yep, and I got to give you that back, that card, buddy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I apologize for the play error. Sometimes it's a city of brass, but something like that you definitely don't want to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And man, I feel horrible. But I hope you have a wonderful day.